And we back. Welcome back to another episode of the Get Buckets podcast, powered by Harwood and Basketball. I'm your host, Musa Moretti. Today I got on Jordan Butler, Missouri commit, two-time state champ. What's good, bro?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
First thing I just want to ask is how you been, bro?
I've been good. Just been chilling. My brother, he came. He's back now, so his off season. So we just working out every. It's just a bunch of workouts and chilling.
Got you. Wait, is he going back with the Trailblazers or does he
Yeah,
not know right now?
nah, he is. I know for sure he's gonna be summer league with them. So yeah,
Nice. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, just wanted to get you on. Obviously, you've had a pretty successful, in most cases, really successful high school career at Christ Church. And I just wanted to highlight some of that and really just, since you're going off to college, just get you on right before that.
not for sure.
First thing I want to ask, or start off with before we even get to Christ Church is just your background. Obviously, I know you used to play with the Warriors back in the day,
Yeah.
but just talk a little bit about it yourself, just like where you started and because obviously you're not ending up in Missouri just from no out of nowhere. Just talk about where you started.
So yeah, coming up elementary school, like first to fifth grade, I played with the Warriors in Greenville, a little local team. And my family, we decided to make a switch to play with Team United, EYBL team in Charlotte. So I feel like that's like the first major leap that I took, playing nationally rather than just local. So that was a big step for me. And then we played with them for a couple of years, and up until my 10th grade year, I played with AOT in Atlanta, and we played all the best guys. So it's just great competition, and playing against good against great competition. A lot of colleges look at you and throw offers at you. So
Yeah, I got you. And then you had gone to one of one, right? Last
yeah,
year.
that was my last year 1-on-1. Yeah, that was a real good experience. Real good experience.
Yeah, LaMelo's ball team. I heard that y'all even had some like international guys on that team.
Yeah, we had some guys from Turkey, two Turkey guys. So yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
And then I even had here. So you played on Team USA back in 2021.
yeah, yeah. A while ago. Yep. 2-1.
How how are you able to get that offer?
It's just a blessing. They emailed my parents telling me that they were interested in me coming out for the mini camp. So I went to two mini camps and a training camp. So it was a real good experience. Got a lot better throughout. People looking at me. So it was good.
Nice. And even just I know I might not know some of them, but just like you played AAU for a while. What were some of the names that you were playing with or against at one point or another?
So in sixth grade when I first came to Team United, I was playing with Rob Dillingham, Jalen Curry. Uh, I played with for AOT. I played with Johnny Hamilton. He's going to Iowa State. He's real
Mm-hmm.
good. On the played with Tank. He football guy, Ohio State football.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of good competition. I don't know if you know Ace Bailey. He's younger than me. He's going to Rutgers. I think he's like number one in the class, 2025. So I
Okay.
played with a lot of good talent.
Yeah. And didn't even Brandon Gardner, didn't he play on AOT at one point or another?
We was tearing it up for like a month before he left. Me and Brandon,
Yeah.
we was a nasty duo. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I remember because that's the first time I saw like you were with AOT. I was like, oh, because we played Brandon when he was at Great Collegiate, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh, this about to be crazy.
I forgot like a little month.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, I just remember back in the day when you were playing like around here with was it Natumbo Calhoun from Jail Man, Quay,
Yeah,
Fred from Malden,
right.
and those guys all doing their own thing now, but it's just crazy like the start up to where you were now, like everybody had their own path.
Yeah, yeah,
And were you able you used to play with John, your brother, back in the day too?
yeah. We played when I was first started AAU. I played up a couple 2 years. Get more tougher stuff playing up. So yeah, that was a good experience as well playing. I've always played up. So when I went to TU, besides that sixth grade year, I played up. So seventh
Yeah.
grade, eighth grade, vice versa. it was just so it's just always trying to get tougher and stronger, and I think that's just made me who I am today. Always playing up with the stronger and the bigger guys.
Yeah, got you. And when would you really say you made like that jump, in your career?
So I know my freshman year, that's when I picked up my first offer. It was from G Tech.
Okay.
Once I got that offer, it just changed my mindset. I was like, so the rankings came out. That also helped a lot too. The rankings came out. I think they had me
Hmm.
21 on the ESPN. They had me a 5 star, and that just made like my whole character change. It just made me want to get in the gym more and work harder and work harder and work harder and push and push and push. But as a
Yeah.
freshman, I personally I was like, okay, 21, that's really high. I didn't think I deserved it. I didn't think I deserved it, but it was good to get my name out. So it just made me want to work harder and work harder. So it felt like when I do get the ranking, like the ranking I want, I'll deserve it. Like I feel like I deserve it.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah.
And so you're at what year were you at Christchurch your whole way through, or did you go there? What year did you go there?
Got there my 7th grade year.
Okay. Were you playing varsity from
Like
seventh grade?
AV in 7th and then varsity in 8th.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start with eighth grade. Obviously, I really don't know much about this season. I y'all had Ray this year though, right? Or at least half of this year.
Yeah, we had Ray up until Christmas break. Yeah.
Yeah. So what just explain that year, I guess, just to start things off. Like what was it like being a middle schooler playing at the varsity level?
It was really I was nervous all the time. You can ask John, ask Ray. I was scared to shoot. I was scared to dribble. I was toss back machine, just tossing it back. If I had an open three, yeah, I'll shoot that. But other than that, I was real nervous, scared. I scared to mess up, but I had to
Hmm.
get out minutes. And what really opened it up was defense. No one's scared to play defense, so I
Yeah.
was. Defense taking charge, just getting rebounds. Well, offensively, I was definitely scared and nervous.
Who were y'all playing like back in those? Were y'all playing some good teams that year?
Yeah, we played a really good team. I don't know if you know Vance. Vance and Charlotte, they had Jalen Curry was there and Daniel Stafford. He was
Mm.
recently South Carolina, but he just committed today to UMass. So yeah,
Okay.
vision.
Yeah, and I'm actually checking right now. I'm not sure if you remember, but what was y'all's like overall record that year?
Oh, I don't even know.
Hold
It was,
on.
I think it was solid.
Yeah, yeah. That would have been 13-9. I mean,
Yeah,
that's still solid though. And I mean, y'all didn't even have Ray after like the second half of the season.
yeah,
And y'all were two-way back then, right?
yeah. We were 2A. We were 2A
Okay.
all up until this year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was thinking. So then fast forward summer of what would that be 2018. You're about to enter your freshman year. And really, now that you're about to start high school, what were your goals like? Now that Ray's not there, obviously, it's really you, Jordan. DJ, I know, was coming up as a
Yeah,
seventh grader with y'all,
yeah.
but what was it like just about to start high school?
So yeah, that was a really big summer for me. I was at a lot of camps. I went to the CP3 camp,
Mm-hmm.
which is a real good camp. I was on the All Star team there, so that was real big for me. And May Hoops camp was also really big. It was a lot of great guys. Like they had Rob, Brandon, all the good Southeast guys. I made the
Yeah.
All Star too, so that also just boosted my confidence up for the freshman year. And when the freshman year came, I felt like I had a big like I felt like my role was a lot bigger and I felt more confident playing. So like I would contribute a lot more than I did my 8th grade year. So that was a real good big summer for me.
Yeah, for sure. So entering that year, John at this point, he's a junior, so I know
Yep.
he's starting to gain a little bit more pressure on him just because he's getting older. You're only a freshman, but
Yep.
um uh and then at this point, what other guys did y'all have at that point? I watched y'all play like one time against GMC when they had Jay Brion, but I didn't really know who the guys y'all had.
I go to so I started five with I know you know Bennett Rogers,
Yeah.
Sam Perry, me,
Mm-hmm.
John, a guy named Charles Sagley. He was our shooter. But yeah, that was
Okay.
our Mason Johnstone was a good key factor for us. He's at Clemson now playing football. And that was just our
Yeah, I
main
know him.
Yeah.
Hmm. And
So,
then
yeah.
so my fault. I didn't mean to cut you off. And then, and then oh yeah, another dude I actually used to play with him, Woods
Oh,
Wyndham.
yeah, yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah, it was.
He was what was he? He was like more of the hustle guy for y'all, it seemed like.
Yeah, getting rebounds on the break, taking charges. Yeah.
So, freshman year, would you say you got a lot of touches, or was it more like still kind of a role player at that point for y'all?
It
Or
was it was still like I'm in my role, but my role was a lot more open, I guess. So it was like I could take, I felt more comfortable in my role taking more shots. But I still
yeah.
definitely role where, my brother, I gotta give him the ball. I respect it. He needs the more touches than me. So I ain't got
Hmm. No, I got that. I feel that. After that year, so you go into summer, will this be 2019? Obviously, where actually I should ask, how far did y'all end up making it into the playoffs your freshman year? The year before, obviously, the championship year.
we lost to Gray, I think in the third or second round. So yeah, that was it was a good game, but yeah, we lost to Gray. I think the second or third.
So that kind of was like a revenge game the next year.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100% all year, bro. All year after every huddle, we like beat Gray, beat Gray. It was always beat Gray that whole summer. Beat Gray playing region
Hmm.
game at the end of the huddle. Beat Gray, beat Gray, beat Gray. We were ready for them all year. So yeah, it definitely was a revenge game.
I feel that. And Gray, they've always been known for basically ruling 2A, obviously.
Yeah.
They known for recruiting guys. They had guys who was in the same class as you, like Trey White.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, they still had Brandon Gardner.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And what's the other dude named Tory was over there. So
Yeah.
they
Tori.
had
Tori. Yeah.
so obviously you entering your between your would this be your freshman and sophomore year. What were you doing around that time?
I'm trying to think. What year was COVID? Because I know I sat
That
out
would have
one.
been COVID. That would have been COVID.
I didn't play AAU that year. So it was just a bunch of, getting into whatever gym I could get into, home workouts. We got a basketball hooping outside with my brother. So it was a lot more calmer, I guess, because we couldn't really get into a lot of gyms. A lot of stuff was shut down at first. So yeah, but at the end of that year, we would just work out with Shaman. Shaman had a gym for us like 2 or 3 times a week. Me and my brother would get in the gym. I know we had runs. One week it was like all the best guys from South Carolina. We had it was Ray,
Mm.
me, John. We had what's the dude's name that went to Wade Hampton? That's at Carson. Tyler Bowens, Justin Amati, all the dormant guys. We had runs. It was great. It was great. It was great. Great work. Cameron Blue, all the guys. So yeah, that
Okay.
was yep,
Oh yeah, man. Now COVID, everybody came back to Greenville at that point.
yep, yep.
Would you say that growing up, you and your brother pushed each other?
For sure, yeah, for sure. In practices at Christ Church, it would get heated a lot of the times. Sometimes my dad wouldn't let us guard each other. We talking so much
Mm.
trash, we were pushing each other. So yeah, we just say iron sharpens iron. So it was great competition with him pushing each other. I see him doing good. I want to do good myself. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the whole brotherly aspect. I feel like however one's gonna do it. Obviously, he's older, but I actually that's surprising to me because I always see y'all as like laid back, almost like
Mhm.
y'all's personalities don't seem like
Yeah,
as outgoing or aggressive, but
yeah,
I can definitely see that.
yeah. Like we calm, but like when it comes to basketball, we real
Mhm.
passionate, get a little rowdy or whatever. So yeah.
No, for sure. And would you say I wouldn't say inspired you to play, but obviously he probably started before you. Would you say he kind of got you into it?
I'm like what got me into it was really my mom's. She played at Carolina, so she was like when I was 4 or 5, I always had a ball. Just looking at pictures of my mom playing at Carolina, that really was my inspiration.
Got you. Yeah, I was even gonna say, obviously once you started getting older, your parents, would you say it was mainly you that felt like you were self-driven? Like the older you got, it made you want to like go at it harder yourself?
Yeah, it took me to when I got older. When I was younger, of course,
Yeah.
I it was kind of like a hassle. Like, do I really gotta go to the gym? Do I gotta do this? Gotta do that? But coming up, like that freshman year when the rankings came out, I really wanted to start working harder, get in the weight room, trying to get faster, getting stronger. So yeah, I say like my when high school first hit, that's when I felt like I was getting real self driven.
No, and I could definitely understand that. I feel like freshman year or young before high school, it's all like, dang, we got tournaments every weekend, and you don't really know, like you just like playing for fun, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, I'm trying to get a 49 or something. Yeah.
Nah, I feel you. So after COVID, y'all go into 2020 through 2021. This is y'all. This is your sophomore year. Yeah, your sophomore year. Uh, Obviously the year that y'all won, and there was one game in particular I'm thinking of. Y'all played Dorman when they had Jalen Brazil.
Yeah, that was a good game. Yep. That was a really good game.
What was it like playing that Bob Jones that day right before Mikey and who was it, Imani Bates?
Yeah, yeah. It was crazy. Crowds crazy. It was like so. It was like the game before the big game, the little tune-up game or whatever. The crowd was in it, just like Mikey and them was playing. So it was a big crowd. Had to make sure I was playing good. I was in the right mindset. So yeah, it was a good, real good experience, especially playing against guys like Noah Clowney, Jalen Brazil. So it was a real good experience
Yeah,
for me.
no, for sure. I mean, those are even I think yeah, Jordan Surratt even was on that team. So just like some bigs going at it. Y'all bigs were definitely going at it.
Mm-hmm.
And what was just that season as a whole like? I know it was John's senior year, but like just give me a brief summary. Obviously, I went far, but how did it feel?
It felt like when we won state, it felt kind of like unreal. Cause like we always thought we was winning it, but for some reason the playoff lose. So it's like when we actually beat Gray, then it was like, okay, yeah, we getting the ring. Cause Gray was like our only obstacle in the way. It felt like. So once we beat Gray, and then we played Wade Hampton, and yeah, so after we won, it felt unreal. It was crazy, good experience.
No, for sure. That was the game, and I would even say this. I mean, that game when y'all played Gray, I was even saying like John really, like he did what he had to do against Brandon. Like I felt like that was like the first game I saw Brandon Gardner. It seemed like he was kind of he looked smaller at that point,
Yeah,
and just and even just the execution y'all had. My boy DJ obviously he's in our grade, but him being a freshman going against Trey White, who was only a sophomore then, it was just the whole matchup. It was a great game.
yeah, that was. You watched the game? You were there?
Yeah, I was there back. Yeah,
They had like a good squad. They had Trey, Chase, Watson. Yeah, that real athletic shooters, Brandon blocking everything. That was a real close game.
no, and I mean I even knew they were talented because we played them first round that year.
Oh yeah, how'd it go? Well, I know y'all lost, but like, was it close?
Yeah, nah, it was not close. I would really say though that's like I say I surprised them probably because I actually did I shot the ball pretty well when I was in, but nah, it was we after like 5 minutes I it was over. But so I knew when they were going to play y'all, I was like I knew they weren't a bad team, but I'd also seen y'all play. I don't know if I watched y'all play the game before Gray. I'm trying to remember who y'all played, but
I think before before Gray we played Landry.
okay, yeah, I didn't see. I think I watched that game online or something, but I knew y'all had beat Landrum, and Landrum they were in our region that year, so I knew y'all were good as well. I mean, y'all were playing. Y'all went down to the. I forgot to even mention y'all went down to the Chick-fil-A Classic, didn't y'all that year?
Yeah, we did. We did. Mhm.
So how was that? How was that experience?
It was okay. Like we wasn't in the main gym. We was kind of we was playing. We played the host. Was it Lower Richland? We beat them, and then I think we played Great Falls. We beat them too. So it was like it was cool, but like we wasn't in the main gym or whatever. So I was kind of bummed out. But we got to watch some good games, so it was cool.
I didn't even know Great Falls was down there. That's a small school out of SC.
They were either down there that year or the year before. I can't remember.
Okay.
And they had this guy. His name was like Keldon. He went with them. He was solid. He was a good guy.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah. And even I forgot to mention, I wouldn't have even said I knew who Bennett Rogers was until the playoffs. And he surprised me because I didn't really know who he was.
You didn't
And
know Ben?
I didn't know I had never actually seen him play, I don't think. So when I
Oh,
saw him against like Gray and then Wade Hampton as well, because we did watch y'all play Wade Hampton, I was like, this dude can hoop.
yeah. He played with Upstate Warriors. He played with my brother. So
Okay,
like
yeah.
we've known Bennett since I was like 6 years old. So like we go
Yeah.
way.
Yeah. Not for sure. Yeah. Nah, that man, he could shoot.
Nah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so then after the season, y'all get the first ring ever for the boys, right?
Yeah. Ever in history. Yep.
So y'all make history in 2021, but you got Bennett leaving, John. At that point, I don't know if y'all knew what BJ wasn't gonna play next year, was it right for football reasons?
Yeah. Football. Yep.
So like what was y'all's after that moment after they all left, what was like y'all's mindset going into the next year?
Our mindset was going back to back. We was thinking, yeah, we losing guys was big, but we would develop and we'd be able to fill gaps because we were thinking, BJ's coming back. We're gonna have two good guards, good wing, and Sam. I don't know if you know Mari Johnson. Two good
Yeah,
wing.
yeah.
Me and Mason, two bigs. So we were real confident. But then BJ left hurt. That hurt a lot. But yeah, we still was confident when he left. We was playing good, but we fell short, which was crazy to me. Landrum did not miss no shots. They did not miss any shots, bro. It was crazy. It was so crazy that we lost that year.
Nah, yeah, and I was even saying like I don't think I watched any games from y'all earlier that season, but I saw y'all played Abbeville in the for region champ that
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, I knew they had gone 1-1 with y'all. I was like, but y'all would probably pull it out. And when I saw they had beat y'all for it, I was like, dang, I was surprised.
yeah. They hit a buzzer beater at the end. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy.
Who
Yeah. Deep three too. I think I closed out, which was crazy. Oh, I was so mad.
were y'all
But
winning?
yeah, we was up. I think we was up too.
Wow.
But yeah,
Dang. And I only know one guy really from there, Javario Tinch, but
it was him. Yeah, it was Javario. Yeah, he hit the shot. Yeah,
really.
yep, he did.
Okay, so then y'all went into playoffs. Who'd y'all play first round last year?
Last year we played. I couldn't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you. I don't remember.
Yeah. But then, Landrum still was in our region. Obviously, they had Isaiah Washington.
Yeah,
Um, they had one senior he was pretty solid. It was a big man, but obviously, I knew you would probably equalize him. Like he wasn't gonna do nothing. But
my boy, what's his name? Dugat. That's his last name.
yeah,
Dugat.
yeah, do it.
Yeah, yeah,
I was like, we had played him in region. I would say we did lose to him both times, but I would say we lost by like maybe 15. So I was like, okay, y'all should probably have it. But yeah, when you said they weren't missing, like, what did Isaiah have that game? Like 30 some?
yeah. I think he had like 32. A lot of
Yeah,
three. And, yeah, and Mason was not missing. No, they probably shot 60+% from three. If I'm being honest, it wasn't
really.
nothing about it. Yeah,
Yeah. Nah, so then that definitely it was a surprising way to go out. But after your junior year, so we go into this past obviously last year AAU season, you play with 1-1, obviously. Was that how'd that decision come about? I didn't even ask.
so so AOT, like everybody was leaving AOT. People was going to Georgia Stars. They was going to TSF. So I was like, all right, I'm leaving too. And it really was a decision between I was either gonna go Upward, Curry, CP3, or 1 of 1. And so the 1 of 1 thing came about was so my coach at Team United, he coaches like their high school team or whatever. So we played them during the season, and the Melo's agent or whatever, which he was also the coach. He was like he was talking to me about making like their team an AAU team. So I was real interested in it or whatever. So it was a real good opportunity for me because I was going to play with CP3, but I kind of pulled out at the end. GG, Rob, all them guys. It wasn't going to be a good fit for me. So
Mm-hmm.
I 1 of 1 at the end of the day. It was the best. It was the best decision for me.
No, I feel you. Yeah, I mean, you got to do what was best for you in that decision. And when did you get the Missouri offer during that AAU season, or had you been had it?
So so Coach CY, he coached at Florida State. He coached at Florida State. So we knew each other. We knew each other already, but we was in Atlanta, and he watched me play. And as he was leaving the gym, he told my mom, he was like, "Mom, all you gotta do is say the word. If you let your son go this far away, we'll offer him right now." And so my mom thought about it or whatever, and she texted him. And the next tournament was in Indiana. After our game, I got the call. He offered me whatever. So that was real. That was real cool.
No, that's dope. So, oh, wait, when was it? Like, when was this?
I want to say May,
Okay,
around May.
so May of last year.
I think it was in the first or second live period.
Okay, word. Yeah, so that obviously ended up being your school of choice. In case anybody doesn't know, what other schools had offered you?
I had a lot of big schools. I had Auburn. They was on my top three. Alabama, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest. I had Virginia Tech. I had Georgia. What else I had? I had South Carolina, and I had a couple others I forgot. But yeah, they was big schools.
Okay, yeah, word, yeah. Oh, what came about? Obviously, well, you already said. So he coached your brother at Florida State.
Mhm.
Was that like one of the main reasons you decided to go to Missouri?
So yeah, so he coached my brother at Florida State. So I knew, well, he's the associate head coach. CY is. So I knew like he's gonna do. Like, I trust him. I trust him a lot. So I mean, yeah, he was a big reason. And Coach Gates, the head coach, he's a real good coach. He's a real down to earth guy. He's not yelling at nobody. He's not, doing the crazy things, but all he's doing is try to do what's best for everybody on the team. So I just felt real comfortable. And Coach Gates and CY, and looking at all the pros that they had, because they both were at Florida State. One Coach Gates was there before my brother, but the list of pros that they helped work with and like
Mm,
produce is crazy. Like Jonathan Isaac, Terrence Mann, Dwayne Bacon, all those guys. So it's just they had a real good resume.
word, yeah. And I mean, I feel I didn't even need to ask this, but are you hoping to get to the league?
Not for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Nah, that's a great opportunity then, for sure.
Yeah.
So finally we enter in to this past season. I saw y'all play a little bit at Upward in the fall league. I was seeing y'all a little bit over there. I didn't see it. The main thing I realized though is what? How many seniors did y'all have?
It was me, Woods, and Mike Baker. So three.
Okay, and wait, Mike. Okay, yeah, Mike Baker. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. That's a guard.
Yeah.
So
Curly hair.
yeah. Yeah, I got you. So I saw y'all play a little bit there. Obviously, Woods wasn't playing because he's in the football season. But yeah, I mean, from the start of the season, I was like thinking, I was like, if y'all don't win, stay in 1A. I knew they had good schools like Calhoun Falls where Torrey Craig went, and even who was it? Calhoun or not
Count.
Calhoun Falls? Yeah, Calhoun Falls. No, sorry, Great Falls is where Torrey Craig went. Then Calhoun Falls, Calhoun County, all those
Yeah.
schools were also very good
Mm-hmm.
traditionally. But what was y'all's mentality going into the season as y'all have been switched to 1A?
So our mentality was just, don't take any team for granted. Like you think, okay, yeah, these little schools is gonna be cakewalk. We just had to make sure we just treated it like we were playing the Lakers, like the best. We treated it like we were playing the best guys in the world, and it just led us to domination. So it was a real good mindset to have.
Yeah, and even when I noticed like the only two really early losses y'all had was to Wilson, and that was what the 4A state champs last year.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I was like, I mean, y'all were playing some even bigger schools even at 1A.
Yeah, because like our only losses was a real good team out of Charlotte, which was also our first game of the year, and then we played Wilson twice with our football guys. So yeah, those ended also an early game. So I feel like those games was towards the end of the season. I think we have a different outcome. But yeah, real good competition in those guys. We played a lot of good 3A, 4A, and 5A teams. So that's what we try to do. My dad tries to set up, you know, good teams early, and
Mm-hmm.
before region play tends not to be as well as good. So we try to play the good teams that we can early on in the season, so we're ready for playoff time.
Nah, I feel you. Uh, One thing when I watch y'all like during region, like I think, and even throughout the whole season, just looking at your stats and everything, like compared to the other seasons, I would say you didn't defer to anybody.
Oh yeah,
Like,
nah,
your average, I think it went from like 16 last year, as quote unquote, even maybe the guy. Obviously, I had like Amari and Sam last year, but you jumped up to what was it this year? 20.
23, I think he was
Yeah,
23. Yeah, I averaged 23 and I think 10 or 9.9 rebounds, something like that, and that was a real big jump. I wasn't so Sam's like he's a scorer. He's real ball dominant. Me and him shared the rock a lot. But him being gone, I know I had to produce more buckets. Me and DJ had to fill the roles of our scorer, one of our scorers leaving. So me and DJ stepped up a lot and scored the ball a lot more.
no, I got you. And even when I watch y'all play other teams, like y'all wouldn't even have to run man a lot. Like that 1-3-1, was it 1-3-1 that y'all would run?
Yeah, I love it. I love the 1-3-1. Yeah.
That would kill teams. I remember I would think it was when y'all played Southside Christian. That was like the only game I was able to get to, but like it made it so hard for other teams to score on.
Yeah.
Like you were at the top, right? At
Yeah.
in the 1-3-1.
Yeah, it's hard for them to make the passes because what's open is the backside, but you can't see over me. So it's like you're forced to try to skip it. Where I'm literally when I'm playing with you, I'm telling you, you can go that way all you want. Go that way. You
Yeah,
can't. It's like you're gonna have to go to this trap or make a bad read. So yeah, I love the 1-3-1. I get a lot of leak out dunks in the 1-3-1. So yeah, the 1-3-1 is cool. I love it.
exactly. And then like that was when I even talked about y'all finally at the end of the season because I was saying y'all were 1A, so obviously like y'all get like the least publicity I feel like out of like anybody. Like I feel like y'all get Adams at Legacy, people like everybody, all the videographers at like Woodmont, the big schools like Herb and all them. So I was looking like, man, y'all winning games, like y'all doing like y'all winning every game in region by even High Point, who was like the second seed with Ali Khan. Y'all beat
Yeah,
them by like 20,
yeah.
and that's not a bad team. Like they came toe to toe with J.O. Man.
Yeah, they were good. They were good too. Ollie can play, man. Ollie, no, he's good. He's really good.
Exactly. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, they can play. And when I watched y'all, the main thing I think I even talked about when I talked about y'all was like how everybody feels their role.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
That's
nobody tried to go outside of themselves and nothing.
yeah. That's kind of how like Christ has always been since my father got there. It's just been, everybody has a role, and if you play a role, there's not a lot of teams that can beat us. So it's like coming up, everybody wants to score. Everybody wants to score. When I was younger, I was like, yeah, I want to be the scorer. But as a senior, when I was the scorer, if you don't score, and it's like, you got a lot of pressure to hit that average point. It's like every game I was like, gosh, I gotta hit my average or I didn't do my job. So it just comes with a lot of with a lot of not stress, but like everybody's counting on you to do your job. So it's like you want to make sure that you don't let your teammates down by doing what your role is solidified as.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. And even like I was even saying like they obviously look for you a lot this year, but other guys like they didn't seem like they were like scared to like shoot the ball or anything. Like they seemed like they were like I was looking, y'all probably had like what 4 guys on the bench. Like it wasn't even like y'all had a bunch of players.
Yeah, I think we had like 11 guys.
Okay.
11 up until the JV season up. We picked up 2 guys on JV, but other than that, we had 11 guys. And
Okay.
so had like really had like 9 or 10.
Yeah. You want to highlight some of the guys that just had like about their season? Because I mean, I wasn't able to watch a lot of them, but obviously I know some of them. But I'll let you do the honors.
So a lot of people think that Christchurch, ooh, Jordan this. It's only because of Jordan. That's just far from the truth. Far from the truth. Couldn't have done none of this without DJ Harvey. Great point guard. He's coming up on the rise. I'm really excited to see what he's coming for in his future. Mike Baker played a big role. Good guard, helping DJ with the pressure, knocking out shots. And Woods, that man, he's special, man. Woods running. It's like he take all the heat off of me. If you doubling me, then Woods gonna give you 20. He's gonna give you 20 points. So Woods was just great. It was great playing with him because it was very hard to double me because Woods can score. So
Yeah, he's an athlete. He plays like 5 sports.
play five. Yeah, he has. I think he has 7 rings. He has seven
Wow,
rings. But yeah, I think he has 2 for basketball, 1 for football. I think he has a track ring, soccer ring. He's about to get another one for soccer, hopefully. So he'll have 6. Yeah.
dang. Yeah, and I played with Woods in middle school at Northwood, so
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I knew he could hoop. I knew he could hoop from.
Yeah. He can.
Yeah, and even shout out to my boy Adam Brown. I
Oh yeah.
saw
Oh, Adam. That lockdown. He are lockdown. I forgot about Adam. He was pure lockdown. He
yeah.
played the best player, like Ali, all them guys who played. Yeah, have fun with Adam. He gonna run around, chase you all over the place. So yeah, I forgot about Adam.
Yeah, that man works for sure. I always see him over at Upward or something.
He always in the gym.
Yeah. Last thing I want to ask about the season is which ring felt better? Obviously, your sophomore year, that was y'all's first one, but this year, this was like your team almost. Like,
Yeah.
which one do you think felt more yeah, better?
The first one was cool. It was a good experience. I never felt that feeling before. But for bragging rights, of course, second one was better. I can always go to my brother like, okay, but you don't got 2 rings. So it's like it just gave me something about my brother that I could say. Because actually, we both had in his state game, he had 27 or 26, and I also had 27 or 26. We had the same numbers in state, which is crazy. So it's like now I can just say, all right, I got the second ring. Or I like to say, okay, yeah, I got the school record in points. I had 50. So that's just a lot of bragging rights I can say with my brother.
Oh yeah, I forgot to even mention. So wait, you had 50 in the game? I thought it was 40. So you had 50.
I, I had so this year I had 41 against Indian Land. I
Oh
had
wow.
had 40 against Brasher, and then I had 50 in the first round of Wagner Sally. So yeah,
Dang. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, yeah, I did. I remember I posted that when I was like, this man had 50 in the first round. Yeah,
yeah,
because I,
yeah.
I did see that.
I had to set the tone.
Yeah, and then even the guys from Brazier, I know some of them boys like Camden and them. So
Yeah,
that's wild. And then you said Indian Lands foray.
yeah, yeah.
And they were actually they were pretty good this year.
No, they were a good team. They was a good team, but yeah, they were really good. I started off that game. I think in the first quarter I didn't miss no shots. I had 15. I think I hit 2 threes, pull ups. I could not miss in that first quarter, and it just set the tone. It just set the tone early.
Yeah. My man was over here looking like Justin Bailey
Yeah,
from last year.
yeah, that's my dog.
Then last now we move on to just what do I have here? What are your goals for Missouri next year? Just going in as a freshman.
Um, One of my goals is just stay humble, and always look forward. Don't hang my head down if something's not going my way, or don't get too high. So I just want to look forward and just work hard, and just help the team in any way I can. If that's starting, if that's coming off the bench in an 8-man rotation, I'll do whatever. I just want to win, try to get a natty. So yeah,
Yeah.
do win, honestly.
Yeah, and I mean I saw you posting like all day basketball stuff on your story. Like they were pretty good this year.
Nah, yeah, we finished off 23. We were ranked 23 at the end of the year. We got upset, which was which was crazy. We lost to, I think it was Pepperdine or somebody like that.
Okay.
So yeah, that was rough. But they beat Arizona too, so I couldn't say too much on it. I wasn't too mad. But
Yeah.
yeah, we got upset, but it was a great season watching everybody play. We had a lot of good guys like Kobe Brown. He's going to go to the draft. So yeah, we had some good talent.
Got you. And would you, I mean, this might be obviously college to high school is way different, but do you feel your role is going to be similar to what it was like when you first entered Christchurch, or do you think you're going to have more of a lead role going straight into Missouri?
I think my role would be in the middle. I would say I definitely wouldn't say like be that guy like as a freshman. Nah, I don't even think I'm ready for that. Playing the SEC schools, but I think I'll be more of like a how I was 10th grade, junior year kind of guy. Do a lot of things, getting rebounds, scoring when I can, off pick and
Mm-hmm.
pop, or scoring off of the other guys around me, rather than going to get my own bucket every single time. So I just think it would be like a median of my freshman year and my senior year.
Got you, bro. Last question I want to ask is, who do you think you play like, or who's your favorite player, and who do you think you play like?
Okay, so that's a tough question. Growing up, I would always used to say like I wanted to be like Blake Griffin, like because I mean both light skin. I always wanted to be like Blake Griffin, but my bounce not like his. So that answer has definitely changed. I think I play more kind of like a somewhat like an Anthony Davis a little bit. I say like a little,
Okay.
but more of like a jump shooter in a way. Like I block shots, I'll dribble, but I'd say I shoot more in like threes, like deeper shots than AD does. But I say me and AD have a similar play style.
I can
I
see
used
that.
to watch. I always used to watch Michael Porter Jr.'s mixtapes.
Okay.
I wanted to be him so bad. He was so in high school. His mixtape was crazy.
Nah, yeah, that man got bounced. Like he's like 6'10", but that man, he's like a
And
guard at 6'10".
his handle is definitely on a string. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Shooting over everybody.
Yeah. His comeback from like the injuries he's had has been crazy.
Yeah, and I just realized he went to Missouri. I didn't even notice that.
Really?
Like last week, Michael Jr. went to Missouri, which is crazy to even think about. I looked up to that man my whole like middle school, freshman year. I wanted to be like that man so bad. And that man, he went to the same college I'm going to, which is crazy.
Following the same footsteps. Follow wherever success comes from.
Yep, yep,
But yeah, man, that's really all I have for you today, bro. I mean, I definitely I'm rooting for you and your success at Missouri. Definitely a humble guy. I know Christchurch doesn't get a lot of recognition, but I'm glad you were able to come on here, talk about your successes and everything that you've done.
sure.
All right, man. Till next time.